Welcome back to Life Mastery Unleashed, where I'm going to help you unlock your full potential by being raw, truthful, and transparent. I'm your host, Khamis. Today we are talking about crushing the victim mentality. This one matters because nothing will destroy your life faster than believing the lie that you are a victim. Victims feel entitled. Victims blame, victims wait, victims explain why it's not their fault, and victims never win. Let me say this clearly. Life is not fair. It was never meant to be. It never will be. Some people were born into money, some into chaos, some with advantages, some with obstacles. That is the reality. But the moment you decide your circumstances define your ceiling, you hand your power away. The victim mindset is attractive because it feels safe. If it's not your fault, then you do not have to change. If someone else is to blame, then you do not have to take responsibility. If the system is rigged, then your lack of results feels totally justified. That mindset is poison. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Victims live focused on outside events. Strong men focus on what they control. Your thoughts, your actions, your discipline, your response. I've worked with thousands of people over the years. Loan officers, leaders, business owners, men trying to be better husbands and fathers. The common denominator of those who stay stuck is not talent. It is not intelligence, and it is not opportunity. It is ownership. They always have a reason. The market is bad. Rates are too high. Leads are weak. My past screwed me up. My parents failed me. My boss does not support me. My spouse does not understand me. Listen closely. Every excuse feels real to the person saying it. That is what makes it so dangerous. The victim mentality sounds logical. It sounds justified. It sounds intelligent, but it keeps you weak. Strong men do something different. They say, "This is on me." Even when it is unfair, even when someone else messed up, even when the deck is stacked, they take responsibility anyway. Jocko Willem calls it extreme ownership. No partial ownership, not selective ownership, total ownership. When you own everything, you control everything. When you blame, you surrender control. Think about this. If it is your fault, you can fix it. If it is someone else's fault, you are stuck waiting. Victims wait. Owners act. Victims talk about what happened to them. Owners talk about what they are going to do next. Victims ask, "Why me?" Owners ask, "What now?" One question weakens you. The other sharpens you. Let's get uncomfortable for a minute. Victim mentality shows up in subtle ways. It is not always dramatic. Sometimes it sounds like this. "I'm just not motivated. I'm burned out. I need a break. I will start when things slow down. I deserve some rest." Those statements may sound harmless, but under the surface, they often mean this: I do not want to do the hard thing. Discipline does not care about your feelings. Results do not care about your excuses. Life does not care about your story. David Goggins says, "Suffering is the true test of life." Victims avoid suffering. Strong men lean into it. because they know suffering builds calluses. It builds confidence. It builds self-respect. Every time you do what you said you would do, even when it sucks, you kill the victim voice. Every time you quit, you feed it. That voice gets louder with comfort. It gets quieter with discipline. Let me give you a hard truth. Nobody owes you anything. Not your employer, not your spouse, not your parents, not the government, not God. You were given life. What you do with it is on you. Strong men stop keeping score of what they did not get. They start keeping score on what they are building. The victim mentality loves comparison. Why do they have it easier? Why do they get more recognition? Why did they get the opportunity? Comparison is another trap. There will always be someone ahead of you. There will always be someone behind you. The only comparison that matters is this. Are you more disciplined today than you were yesterday? If not, fix it. Course correct. Ownership is not about beating yourself up. It is about telling yourself the truth. You can be compassionate with yourself and still be accountable. That balance is important. Victim mentality says, I cannot. Ownership says, I will figure it out. Victim mentality says, this is too hard. Ownership says, hard is the price. Victim mentality says, I tried. Ownership says, I did or I did not. Strong men speak in facts, not feelings. Look at your language. Your words expose your mindset. If you constantly say, I had to, you feel trapped. If you say, I choose to, you feel empowered. Same action, different frame, different outcome. You choose your response every day. Let's talk about accountability. Real accountability is not punishment. It is clarity. When you own your actions, you see clearly where you need to improve. When you blame, your vision gets cloudy. Victims are emotionally driven. Owners are principle driven. Principles do not change based on mood. Wake up early, train your body, feed your mind, do the work, protect your family, tell the truth, keep your word. Those principles do not care if you slept well. They do not care if you feel inspired or not. They demand execution. That is freedom. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. Freedom is doing what you must so you can live how you want later. Victim mentality trades long-term freedom for short-term comfort. Ownership trades short-term discomfort for long-term power. You cannot lead others if you see yourself as a victim. Leadership requires strength. Strength requires responsibility. Your kids are watching, your team is watching, your spouse is watching. They do not need a perfect man. They need a consistent one. A man who owns his mistakes. A man who corrects his course. A man who does not make excuses. There is nothing more inspiring than someone who says, that was on me. I'll fix it. That sentence alone separates men. The world is full of finger pointers. Be the man who points inward. Faith plays a role here too. God never promised comfort. He promised purpose. Responsibility is part of that purpose. When you carry responsibility well, you become someone others can rely on. When you drop responsibility, chaos follows. Victim mentality creates resentment. Resentment poisons relationships, marriages, businesses. Ownership creates respect. Respect starts with self-respect. You cannot respect yourself if you constantly let yourself off the hook. Every standard you lower becomes a habit. Every habit shapes your identity. Identity shapes identity. Crushing the victim mentality starts with brutal honesty. Ask yourself this: where am I blaming instead of owning? Where am I avoiding discomfort? Where am I telling myself stories that protect my ego? Then do something simple. Take one area of your life and raise the standard. Not everything, just one thing. Your morning routine, your training, your follow-up, your presence at home, your discipline with time. Execute on that one thing daily. No drama, no speeches, just action. Momentum kills victimhood. Action silences excuses. You do not need to feel ready. You need to move. Remember this: you are not a victim of your past. You are the author of your future. You cannot change what happened, but you can absolutely change what happens next. That is power. That is ownership. That is strength. And it is available to you every single day. Make the decision today. No more blaming, no more explaining, no more waiting. Own it, fix it, build it. And you know what to do next. Outgrind, outwork, out-hustle everyone.
Discipline isn't loud. It doesn't motivate. It doesn't care how you feel. Discipline shows up when no one's watching, when excuses are easy, when quitting would feel better. Most people wait to feel ready. Disciplined people move anyway. This is why most men lose. They choose comfort.